Ready.
Hello. Okay, Joel here, FremontMortgageGuy.com, and I'm here with a very special guest from FixMyScore.org. This is Ruth. How you doing, Ruth?
Good. How you doing, Joel?
Good. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about credit, repairing your credit report.
Well, is that an important topic or what? Credit repair. In this country, in America, it's funny because here, only in America is where credit is really needed. Most countries don't really have this type of credit system. If you go to Mexico, usually you pay cash for things. They do have credit, but not like here. Here, everything revolves around credit. So if you don't have good credit, or you're like me where you had good credit, you were young, you did some stupid things, this is for you. So hopefully we can get you guys some good tips today. I think we have some great stuff to share with you. So let's go to it. What is one of the most important, I think, tricks you can, or tips that you could give somebody when it comes to keeping their credit good?
Well, the most important thing is to keep your credit card balance under 30% of the credit limit. So that means if you have a credit card that has a balance of $300, you never want to take it over $100 balance. If you do, it can drop your score anywhere from 18 to 24 points if you go over the 30% balance.
18 to what? 24 points?
24 points.
Wow, that's a lot of points. That will make a difference in interest rate right away.
Definitely.
So if you're saying keep your balances under 30%. So for example, if I get $10,000, I shouldn't spend no more than
$3,000.
$3,000. Wow. Okay. Awesome. And what else? What are some other tricks that we can do to make sure that we keep our credit good?
Well, another thing that you can do is when you're paying your credit cards, pay $1 over the minimum balance, because then they have to report it as paid more than agreed, and that will also increase your score and make you look like a better borrower.
Paying $1 over the minimum payment? Wow, that's going to get your credit score up. That is interesting. That's the first. So if for example, my Bank of America credit card, my minimum payment is $50. You're telling me to pay $51?
$51.
Wow. What kind of impact will that have on your credit, you think?
That will take you up about 10 to 20 points on your total credit score if you do it on all of your accounts.
Wow, that is something interesting. And you know something just came to mind. I'm a little bit sick. When you pay your minimum payment, your balance increases, right?
Yes, because of the interest that you owe.
Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a bad thing. So you always want to pay more than minimum.
So paying your minimum payment, increasing your balances is a bad thing.
Right.
How many of you pay your minimum balance? So paying $1 over, at least something over, at least paying more than the minimum payment is going to help you keep that good score, right?
Yes.
Okay. And at the same time, you know what? From the lending standpoint of view, I look at this, and if I look at credit score, and I'm thinking as a bank, if I'm looking at a credit report and I see that somebody only pays minimum payment and they have tons of credit cards, all that means to me is that they're over leveraged, is that they've borrowed more than they can really handle. So making sure that you pay these balances down is really going to help you not only with your credit score, but if you're trying to get a loan, it shows that you're lower risk type of personality. What else? Now, if we have somebody, let me run a scenario by you.
Okay.
I have a client. She has a 619 credit score. She needs a 620 to qualify for a loan. Is there something that somebody can do to impact their credit score right now? Like today. Like right now?
There is. And what you can do is you can opt out of pre-approval offers. And what that means is that you call this number, which is 888-567-8688, and it's an automated system, and you can opt out of pre-screened offers. And that will bring your score up to 8 to 10 points. And what that is the credit bureaus take your information and sell it to creditors, such as American Express, Bank of America. And when they sell bad credit to them, they actually make more money because the credit bureaus are not government agencies.
Wow.
They are individual corporations, and that's how they make money, by selling your bad information. So they have no incentive to make your credit look good because they make less money. So once you opt out, where they cannot sell your information anymore, then they have no reason to keep your credit bad. They'll actually improve it faster.
That is something that's very interesting. So, for example, like TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, these companies actually sell my information to the credit card companies.
Yes.
And if you have a lower score,
They make more money because their credit companies are going to be able to charge you higher interest rates.
higher interest, you're pretty much getting screwed in a way.
Yep.
But by opting out, you no longer receive these type of offers, right?
Correct. They cannot sell your information anymore.
Wow, this is awesome, and this is something that you can do today. Like I can call this number and opt out right now.
Right. The number is 888-567-8688.
All right, and we'll put this at the bottom of this video so you can call in, and this is something that will improve your credit score today. That is awesome. Now, so these are things that we can do to keep the credit score good. What if you have somebody that maybe has like I don't know, something happen, let's say I'm on vacation and I forget to pay a credit card. What happens with that? Can I do anything with bad credit, or how do you fix that?
Well, basically what we do is we can dispute all negative items on the credit report. But one of the things that stands out is a 30-day late. And what happens is once the creditor wants to put a 30-day late on your credit report, they have to send you a notice 5 days prior to putting it on your credit. Otherwise, they broke the law by putting it on your credit report.
I've never gotten a 5-day notice.
No, me either. So they don't do it, but that's one good reason to dispute. They have to. You can ask them to prove that they sent it, and they never do. So that's one reason you can get the late.
Yeah, I'm seriously. I've never gotten one of these notices.
No.
Not that I'm late on my credit cards all the time, but the times that I can look back, I don't remember getting anything in the mail that stated, you know, we're gonna report bad history, right? Is what you're saying.
Right.
So by law, there's how many days that they?
5 days. They have to give you notice 5 days before putting anything negative on your credit report.
Wow, that is interesting. So since you're saying most companies don't do this.
Correct.
Wow.
Then that's a reason for you to ask them to remove it off of your credit report.
So they have to follow this law, right?
They have to follow the law.
Now, let's just say for whatever reason they don't want to remove it. What happens?
Then you have to take it a step further and take them to small claims court.
Small claims courts for credit?
For credit, yes. So what you do is you ask them to remove it. You give them 30 days to remove it. Once they don't, you have to track everything. But once they don't remove it, then you can take them to small claims court. The judge knows the laws, and they have to take it off your report.
Wow, well, that seems like a lot of work. Now, is this something that that you would do, or would the client do this, or who does this?
I can help the client get to the point where you have to go to small claims court, but I'm not an attorney, and the client has to go to court themselves, but I can help them set up the case.
Yeah, because I'm thinking in the back of my mind right now, when you have a mortgage, when you have a credit card late, there's some banks that will not allow you to actually get financing if you've had a late in the last 12 months, and that can really be a stone in your road that will block you from, you know, getting financing. So something like this is something that's definitely a value, because legally they have to give you this 5-day notice before they report. Removing something like this, man, I would be able to help you, you know, move forward with a home loan or a credit card or whatever it may be. So wow, well, I think we've gotten some great tips. Thank you for being with me today, and this is part 1 of part 2, so stay tuned. If somebody would like to reach you, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, you can call us at 888-977-1222, or our website is www.fixmyscore.org.
All right, awesome. And again, Joel Valencia, www.fremontmortgageguy.com. So, and again, thanks for watching, and hope these tips help.